Hello everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls 1 and today's DLC time. So, what are we going to do in the DLC? The DLC starts off with a boss fight. With a very annoying boss fight, that is. Against the Sanctuary Guardian. He's an annoying piece of shit! Because of this bullshit. What? No! Come here, you fuck! Yeah, he does stuff like this. And he swipes you to death. He's very, very annoying. But my ass has worked. Oh! I broke his poise? I broke his poise! I've never done that! I've cut off his tail. But I've never broken his poise. That was easy. That was very, very easy. And my room is dark as shit again. What is going on? Whoop, leaning out of a picture. Unprofessional and falling off my chair. Twice as unprofessional. But that doesn't matter. We've done the first part of the DLC. One of the four bosses. I'm always saying 3 because I'm thinking about the 3 that are up to come. I don't count that one as a boss, really. He's just an annoying enemy.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness, but Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
Yes.
Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian
Hello, Elizabeth.
of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Artori-ass. Thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Artori-ass. Knight Artori-ass came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet. May the flame...
Yeah, may the flame guide thee. So Dusk was, taken by the abyss. She was taken by Menace, and he has her now. And Artori-ass came here to save her ass. But by doing so, he got corrupted by the abyss, and now we have to get rid of him as well. That's like the setting of the DLC first. And after that, we have to save Dusk. And we have a completely optional boss fight, which will be quite annoying. But if I do everything right, no problemo. This boss fight will be against someone we will meet in a few seconds. But the boss fight will be at the very end of the DLC, because, yeah, the DLC shows you the way. So there are 3 enemies in this area. Those dudes who look like mechanical tree men, I think they are the precursor of the bush people in Darkroot, because this DLC plays all in Darkroot Garden before it was Darkroot Garden. This is Artori-ass. So it is before Lordran was Lordran. And there's an arena, and there will be the grave of Artori-ass when he will probably die at our hands. So here's a shortcut in there, in this building. I can go up here and show you down there. we will unlock the shortcut as soon as we went completely around the area. There's an entire armor set. The DLC is quite good, and this happens when you play golf with a giant, which is the third enemy in this area. They have hammers, and they are very, very, very strong, and you should avoid them at all times if you're not experienced enough to fight against them. But when you are explaining things and are not in control, by the way, most important tip from a Dark Souls player that has sunk in over 300 hours in this game: always be in control. If you don't have control, you are going to die, and then you are complaining on the forums this game is hard. If you have control, like me, not in this situation, but if you have usually control and know what enemies and you are going to do, this game turns into an abusive relationship where you fuck the game and not the game fucking you. It's like, yeah, it's like an SMN relationship where you are both as submissive as yeah, what's the word? Oppressive? Well, I don't know. Like, if you lay on the bottom or on the top. If it doesn't matter to both of you. And if you let yourself get fucked, you will get fucked. If you don't, then you probably don't, like me. Usually. But things like the hole right there are things that happen so rarely that it doesn't matter. Up! And we want to get this item. The Guardian Leggings. Ouch! And stuff like this is also very new to the DLC, that they can attack you while you're on the ground. Those can, like, just such a small amount of NPCs. And this was so unlucky because of the dude that kicked my feet away. So you see, the DLC is a bit stranger. A bit strange when it comes to their enemies. And the DLC is, by the way, scrapped content from the original game that didn't make it in the first game. So that bridge should also be a bit familiar, by the way, to you. It is from what's Darkwood Garden or Darkwood Basin? One of the two. I think on the way to Alvina, but I'm not very sure. And really my suggestion is to run through this entire area, because fighting is like a clusterfuck and you will die so many times, because the enemies have bleeding, they do tons of damage, and they have crowd control effects that can kill you in a few seconds. Is it worth to get the... No, it's not worth to get the souls. That is also something you have to always keep in mind. It's not... Whoa, and there's Calamite. Hello, Calamite. This is the optional boss. He's cute, right? He's like a little dragon. So, that is something you have to keep in mind. Is it worth to get your souls back? For most of the time, it's not, but people still want to get their souls back. And then they die horribly. And then they rage. I would rage too. But I have control. And yeah, these are the next NPCs. They have scissors instead of the hay things that can poke you to death. Also, yeah, nice thunder effects. It's very, very settling, because the weather outside here is also very bad. So I feel a bit moody. By the way, we are going to kill probably Artori-ass this episode. Probably. But first of all, we're going to get the secrets. This item, an Elizabeth mushroom. Elizabeth mushrooms are very, very cool because they give you much health regen. Which will be not so cool anymore on Dark Souls 2, because you have a consumable item you can buy that gives you the same effect and is fucking OP and makes Estus absolutely useless. But I don't want to rave too much about Dark Souls 2 because that is coming sooner or later. More sooner than later, by the way. Oh, I love thunder. I don't know. I have a funny thunder story. So, in 2013, when I was done with my school, we had with our Spanish class, we went going to get like ice. We were going to get some ice cream. Yeah, getting the ice cream, you know, being cool and stuff. And after this, like, we were eating ice cream down in our little town we live in, and we were sitting on the market, like, where every week the weekly market is going on, and we were sitting there eating ice cream, and it fucking, like, really lightning struck a lantern maybe 10 meters away maximum. And the thunder story continues in a few seconds. First of all, we meet this sexy man.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past? Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are two of us.
Oh, I love him. That guy is
Did you
marvelous.
happen across Knight
Chester.
Artori-ass, the legendary abyss walker from the old tales? Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me.
He's so ironic, I love him.
What did that giant mushroom make you do? Not that I care. It's none of my business.
Oh, that light is so dark in my room. Holy shit.
I've little to talk about, really. Oh, you know me. What do I know?
So you can get all kinds of cool items from him that are lacking in the main game. Like the green blossoms and stuff. You don't need to farm them in theory. Do I want one? Yes, I take one for the boss fight that is up to come. So long. I think that this elevator was it. Yes. So now we have activated the shortcut. So if we die, we just have to walk, like a little walk, not much. Down there, you go to the Calamite boss fight. I'm doing a little sightseeing to know. And now we are going to fight Artori-ass, the fight everyone's waiting for. One of my most hated boss fights, which is also very cool. I love this boss fight, but I also hate it that much because I couldn't beat him on my first playthrough. I really could not beat him. I couldn't get this ass down. But after a time, I've cheaped him. So, yeah. Artori-ass is not hard. He is fighting exactly like Sif, but a bit more skilled. You will see that. Hello, Artori-ass. What a lovely person! I like him. You see the abyss, the dark energy flowing around him? Yeah. He just got so much corrupted. Just so much. Here. Catch a corpse. Okay. And his first attack mostly is this one. And I totally mislearned how this boss fight works. So this can be fun. Ouch. Nope. Quickly drinking my Estus. Yeah, you can do this. This doesn't do anything to me. Nope. And this can be very painful if that hits. What you have to do here is not drinking your asses. You want to interrupt this, because now he's stronger. You can interrupt this by breaking his poise. And you see the damage increase. Oh, I have so much to work on that. Yeah, and this is the boss fight. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Doesn't matter. Well, it does, because I have to end the episode now. Time restraint wise. So, I would say, see you on the next episode where we're gonna kill Artori-ass. So, goodbye. Ciao, ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Peace.